I was telling you that I lived in a car for 3 years. In my 30s, I was homeless.
Anyone can be successful, but you have to know that it is hard. No matter how you prepare yourself, it will still be hard. The decisions that you make in life can lead to great things, but you have to be prepared to struggle along the way. You may know what you want out of your life, but you may not know the right questions to ask. Even when you know what questions to ask, it's not enough. When you make the decision to chase your dreams, you will have to break down and do the hard work it takes to realize them. There will be more tough times than good ones along the way. It won't come instantly, and there will be struggles. Stress is a training tool. You may be discouraged when you experience this stress, but the most important thing you can do is to keep working past it. In order to change and grow, stress is absolutely necessary. There will always be someone else willing to put in the work. So, no matter who you are, be willing to be the person who works a little bit harder. You will keep getting what you've been getting if you keep doing everything the same. Only you can make the decision to change yourself and your habits to become successful. No one else can make you successful. You get to decide what you do with your life. The struggle may be harder for others along the way, but you need to determine how hard you will work in order to get there.
It's 2 people born in a hospital every day. It's a person that's born in the hospital that's gonna get a job, and somebody born in a hospital that's gonna give them a job. Listen, man, anybody can be successful, but you gotta understand something. It's hard. It's hard, man. You can take all the courses you want. It's hard. You can go down there to the church and hold your hands in a prayer circle. When you get through praying, it's gonna be hard. You go to school, you can get all the degrees you want. When you get them degrees and you hang them on the wall, you wanna be successful, it's gonna be hard. It's hard being successful. That's the first thing you need to understand. I was telling you that I lived in a car for 3 years. In my 30s, I was homeless. I was homeless based off of a decision I made. October 8th, 1985, I walked in a comedy club for the very first time. Never been in a comedy club, but I had been writing jokes all my life. 2 years, I was writing jokes for a dude taking my jokes, going to a comedy club. He was paying me $10 for it. I had never been to a comedy club, had never heard of a comedy club, cause you asked not. It's that simple. Most people don't have the life of their dreams because you ain't never asked God, could you have it? You've been trying to do it yourself. You've been trying to figure it out for yourself, how that's been working out for you. Kind of crazy, ain't it? I just told you earlier, you can't figure it out. Ain't no scripture nowhere tell you to figure it out. What you trying to figure your life out for? It ain't yours. You ain't make it. You ain't the creator. You ain't got nothing to do with tomorrow. You can't change the past. So what you tripping with your life for? You have not cause you asked not. Y'all ain't never asked God, could you be rich? Well, I was 27 when I got into comedy. I won amateur night on October 8th, 1985. I won $50, cried all the way home because I couldn't believe I had won this $50. And this girl I was riding with, she said, why you crying? It ain't but $50. I said, no, you don't understand. I was born tonight. I'm gonna go do this the rest of my life. She said, you won $50 and you gonna go do it the rest of your life? I said, I've been talking to God my whole life about what he want me to do. This it. I went to work October 9th, the next day, and quit my job. With $50, I jumped immediately, but it led to a lot of catastrophes with that decision. You ended up homeless. I think being homeless kind of turned my life around. All the stuff my mother taught me as a Sunday school teacher that I wasn't listening to, I was hearing loud and clear because he had my undivided attention to get my attention. Because all I had was him. Because I had nothing else. I had no car, I had no money, I had no house. So I'm sitting up in here, man, I was paying real close attention to all the messages that mama had gave me. I started reading the Bible again, started really understanding that I needed some help. 3 years of homelessness and a couple of bad decisions. Got to be about it. It's preparation. But what most people do is, see, once you get stressed, you don't want that no more. So now you give up, you through. I'm stressed, so I don't want it. Nobody likes stress. You know, I work with a trainer. I have to work out. You know, 54, I'm supposed to, really, I ain't nothing fly, nothing like that. Because some people
people just let themselves go. But you got to, in order to develop and to change and to grow, stress is necessary. So you got to be willing to go get it every day. There's a story my father told me all the time. Now, I've heard it several different ways, but I'm just telling you the way my daddy gave it to me. He said, son, he said, every morning on the plains of the eastern Serengeti Desert, there arises a gazelle that realizes that he must run faster than the fastest lion, or he will be eaten and he will die that day. On that same desert arises in the morning a lion that realizes that he must run faster than the fastest gazelle, or he will starve and he will die that day. He said, son, the moral of the story is, no matter who you is, when you wake up in the morning, you needs to be running.
Listen, getting successful, whatever you consider successful, if it's rich, whatever, it's not a magic trick. It's not God picks certain people he'll make rich and certain people he don't. He gives all of us as his children the power of choice. You have a say-so in that. You can decide to be rich, and with God's help, it's highly doable. But you first have to think it. The difference between successful people and non-successful people is here. I'm no better than none of y'all. I'm not a better person than you. I'm not a better Christian than you. God don't love me more than you. None of that. If you want to be successful, you have to change this. This has to change.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content.